Thank you for the opportunity to show how our mastery curriculum works in action. It is housed in a Google spreadsheet with tabs for each subject area. We're going to look specifically at math and reading. So math, we have the grade level objectives listed. These orange ones correspond to kindergarten. So these are end of year standards for kindergarten: count to 100, physically count 20 objects, skip count by tens. There's some addition, subtraction, measurement, geometry, and data. First grade, we pick up again with counting. Now it's a little bit more sophisticated, count forwards and backwards to 120, read and write numbers to 100, skip counting again, this is by 2s and 5s. So our objectives go up in complexity by the grade level, and so do our students, because we know where to start. So for example, at the beginning of the year, we assessed each student to see what they could do. And if they could, if they had already knew how to do something, we didn't teach them that. So this is a kindergarten student who could already count to 100 in August. These are a couple who couldn't, and our little scores here show if they could count to up to 20, they get the green S. If they could count up to 50, they get the blue almost. And if they made it all the way to 100, they get the purple mastered. So you can see the yellow kids couldn't make it up to 20. So that's where we started. Then we have all the other skills that have their scores as well. For the older kids, we have some first graders who could already do everything, the first grade skills, when they started. So we moved them on. We had a second grader who couldn't do the first grade skills, and so we had to move her back and see what she could do in kindergarten. The skills go on through the grade levels, but each student starts working at their particular level. And we archive the data. The data is updated constantly. The teachers have this open all the time, but we archive the data at different points. So this was the first, couple weeks of school. This is the end of the first quarter. We had a lot of kids make progress, including our little second grader who needed a lot of work. The teacher decided to start her in the kindergarten skills right here. Kept on going. We got a lot of purple coming out throughout the grade, but you can see this is where this group of older students needed to work. They were here in October having a lot of trouble with adding with regrouping. But in December, we've seen a ton of growth. Everybody can count to 100 except for one sweet little friend who is an English language learner. A lot of growth here. The kids who are working on adding 1-digit and 2-digit, I've made a lot of progress. We actually changed this. It had been complete 40 in 1 minute, and we changed it to 25 in 1 minute to align more with the research. So things are continuing to change in response to real-time student achievement. And we have the same for English language arts. Just to show you, we have the skills by grade level. We have pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, and each one we have a assessment that is already printed out. These words are listed on little cards that the teacher has in a folder, and she can assess the kids and then see what level they're at throughout the year. And we also have some parent support documents where the parents can take down some advice about how to help their kid if their kid is actually struggling in that area. And we have those throughout the grade levels. Parents can take a look at what's the hard part, what does your student need to reinforce. And this partnership with the parents is really powerful because we've seen kids make a ton of progress. So in our proposal, we would like to put our mastery architecture, which is this document, on in a way that's accessible for others to sign up for it. And then we would also provide these blank dashboards. This one has anonymous names. They're not real, so I can take the Post-it off. And so other schools can track their progress and see how far kids can go when the work is tailored to their actual needs.